remember this one very specific client who she called in. I'm not going to name her name, but if she ever listens to this, she knows exactly the story. She called in and she slipped and fell at Walmart. So if you don't know this, slipping and falling at Walmart is one of the worst cases you can take. It's just it's a trash case. They fight. It's hard to show what they slipped on. There's just a lot of problems with the cases. So she was in a bind, and it wasn't a big case, and we told her we'd help her, even though we probably shouldn't have. And I told her that too. I was like, look, this is not a good case, but we're going to help you out anyway. And fast forward a year, we helped her, and I think we
got her some decent money.
Yeah, we got her some decent money. I think we waived our fee. And she was like, I'm going to send everybody to you. And people say that, but it doesn't always happen. It's fine. Yeah. But I think it was 6 months to a year later, she was like, hey, I'm sending over my friend. I hope you don't, I hope you guys can help her. Her husband died. He was in an 18-wheeler, and he got hit by another 18-wheeler in heavy fog, and he was killed. And I was like, okay. And she was like, this happened over a year ago. And I was like, how has nobody helped her? Yeah. So do you know what a Jamaican marriage is? No. I didn't know what a Jamaican marriage was either. So Vince and I were talking, and she told us, the wife comes in, and she's like, we had a Jamaican marriage. And she was like, we're Jamaican. And I was like, what does that mean? She was like, we see each other a few times a year. And when we see each other, we're married. And when we don't, we're not.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Maybe not in the way you're thinking, but it was just like we live kind of separate lives, and we see each other because he's always on the road, so he's like in and out or whatever, but they had a decent relationship, you know?
So I was like, when was the last time you'd spoken to him? She was like, it had been like 6 months.
That's crazy.
And I was like, is that common? She was like, we've been married for 10 years.
Wow.
And we couldn't believe it. And I was like, this can't be a real story. So we talked to the morgue who had his body, and they said no one has claimed him. No one has been in touch with us for over a year.
And they still had the body?
And the only reason she found out was because she was some kind of eligible person on some kind of benefits thing that he had done years before, and she got a letter saying he was dead.